Welcome to My Natural Hair Delights, where you can enjoy rocking your natural hair with all natural ingredients. My name is Brittany Shine, and today I am just here to remind you all that it's time to clip your ends. If you have not gotten your ends trimmed within the past 2 to 3 months, it's time to clip your ends, okay? I can't even remember the last time I clipped my ends. It was probably maybe 2 to 3 months ago. And so it's time to trim my ends again. What I normally do is I'll take a little piece at a time. I'll use some hair scissors, as you can see here, and I'll just trim my ends. Now, I've already trimmed this strand, so I'm just going to continue the process by just doing one small strand at a time. And the reason why you want to trim your ends is because you don't want your hair to shed unnecessarily, because when it grows, it can grow unevenly. I guess that's a word. It can grow uneven, and so what you want to do is you want to make sure that your hair stays in good shape and that you won't have to worry about your hair shedding so much because you're trimming your ends on a regular basis. How often do you clip your ends? I would say at least every 2 to 3 months. If you do it too frequently, like if you do it like sometimes if you do it once a month or once a week, that could really not benefit you, because now you're just ending up cutting your hair instead of actually trimming your ends on a quarterly basis. Okay, so I would say anywhere between 2 to 3 months. That's when you want to trim your ends, okay? And because you don't want to have split ends and it's just going all over the place, and now when you're trying to do a hairstyle, it doesn't come out right because your ends are not clipped the way it's not clipped the way it's supposed to. So you want to make sure that you get your ends clipped, and it doesn't have to be perfect. You just want to make sure that you're trimming your ends the right way, okay? Now, as far as how much to trim, you just want to go down to the very ends of your strand, okay? And then you simply just snip it, okay? You're not cutting your hair. You're simply just trimming your ends, and this is what I do to keep my hair in good shape. That is one of the things that can easily be overlooked if you're not paying attention. And so if you want your hair to stay in good shape, you want to trim your ends, okay? So that is what I'm doing here. It reduces hair shedding, so I don't have to worry about my hair shedding so much. See, as you can see, my hair is shedding right now because I have not taken the time to clip my ends within the last 3 months, I would say. So it's time. It's time to clip my ends. Okay, so that is what I'm doing here. Oops. Now, do you clip your ends while it's wet? Me personally, I would say no, but you can clip them while it's wet. Some people prefer to clip their ends when their hair is wet or damp. Me personally, I like to clip it when it's dry because I can see my ends more clearly. I can see how my hair looks at the ends, and I can tell where my split ends are. If it's wet, sometimes it can curl up and you won't be able to tell where your split ends are. So now you're just, clipping your hair, but you're not really sure where the split ends are. So sometimes that could you know, get in the way. But if you trim it while it's dry, I know a lot of people trim it when they flat iron their hair, or when their hair is like straightened, like if it's blow dried and it's like straight, then they clip their ends that way. That's actually one of the best ways to do it. When you see it straight, you don't necessarily have to flat iron your hair to clip your ends, which is not recommended, especially if you're trying to stay away from heat. But you just want to make sure that your hair is visible enough, clear enough to see, like, hey, okay, I need to clip my split ends. This is where it is, and I can just simply clip it. Okay, so you will feel the difference in your hair as well once you clip your ends, because now you'll be able to see how your hair reacts once it's clipped. It's like a plant. Your hair is really like a plant, so you want to like make sure that, see, look at this, it's shedding. This is hair shedding, and it's simply because I've not clipped my ends. But once I finish clipping my ends, I don't have to worry about my hair shedding anymore. I don't have to worry about, you know, my hair growing out of place. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want my hair to grow, but I want it to grow the right way. Okay, I want it to grow while it's still kept in place, if that makes sense. So if you are not trimming your ends, then your hair, like, eventually is going to show. Like, it's going to show that, hey, you need to clip my ends, because if not, I'm going to grow wild and crazy, and then it's just not going to look right. Okay. So clip your ends. Clip your ends. If you have long hair, you definitely want to clip your hair. Even if you have short hair, if your hair is very short, if your hair is long enough for you to take a strand and go all the way down to the ends and clip your ends, then I would highly recommend to clip your ends. Okay. If your hair is very, very short, then I would wait a little longer for you to grow your hair out in order for you to trim your ends. Right now, you can trim your ends if it's long enough for you to pull it out and say, okay, I'm gonna look at my ends and I'm simply gonna clip it. But yeah, I would wait until it gets to the length where you can stand it, okay, in order for you to clip your ends. So that is what I'm doing here. I'm simply just clipping my ends. Okay, so your hair is like a plant. Like, or take the bushes, for example. Bushes make the house really pretty. Okay, it decorates the front of the house or the front of a mansion. But if the bushes are growing wild and crazy, it's not going to look right. It's not going to look neat. Like, it needs to look neat. And so when you have someone to trim the bushes, you're like, now I can see a beautiful house with beautiful bushes in the front that's, you know, decorating the house. So it's the same with your hair. It's like when you clip your ends, you are making sure that your hair stays neat and that it stays in good shape, and you don't have to worry about hair shedding like this. You don't have to worry about your hair shedding. And so yes, I would definitely recommend to clip your ends. It's like cutting the grass. If you don't cut the grass is going to go wild and crazy. Yes, it can get taller, but it's not going to look neat, and it's going to look very unattractive. Especially if you're looking at a beautiful house and you see the grass growing all over the place, and it's like, okay, why hasn't anyone cut this grass? Somebody need to cut the grass, okay? So it's not like you're cutting your hair. You are not cutting your hair, okay? You are clipping your ends every once in a while, not every day, not every week. You're doing it once every 2 to 3 months. I would say at least wait 2 months before you clip your ends. So every 2 to 3 months, that's when it is a great time to clip your ends, okay? So yes, that's what I'm doing, and I am simply just taking the time to do that. Now, I don't have to do this every single day, thank God, because I don't really like to take the time. Me personally, I don't like just go through each strand to clip my ends, but it is worth it. And you know, once you put your mind to it, you have to do it. Like, you just have to get it done. That's just one of the things that you have to get it done. It's like washing your hair. Like, you have to get it done. You have to wash your hair. Like, wash your hair every 2 weeks to keep your hair healthy and strong. It's one of the things that's going to keep your hair healthy and stronger, okay? So I'm going to continue to clip my ends in the back, but I just wanted to show you all how you can clip your ends and why it is so important to clip your ends, okay? Because you want your hair to stay in good shape, and you want to grow your hair longer if you want to grow your hair longer. If you don't, then I don't know what I could do to help you. I mean, I can only tell you to keep natural ingredients in your hair to keep your hair healthy. But if you want your hair to grow, if you want your hair to stay in good shape, keep watching this channel, because I will be giving you more healthy hair tips on how to keep your hair healthy, longer, and stronger, okay? Last week I have talked about how to grow your hair around your edges and how to prevent hair loss, okay? That is probably one of the most important videos you will ever watch, because a lot of people, especially African American women, including myself, has struggled with hair growth around the edges and just growing your hair overall, okay? Natural hair takes work, but you definitely want to learn how to keep it healthy and strong. And if you want to grow your hair, I have some tips. I have some hair growth tips that you can apply to grow your hair, okay? So thank you all for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have found this video helpful, please give it a like, share, and subscribe to My Natural Hair Delights. And I will be posting every Wednesday at 3. Thank you all for watching. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.